Before the achievements, before the celebrations, here's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
And welcome inside the Marilac Sport and Fitness Center for tonight's MIAA clash between the Adrian College Bulldogs, who will play host to the Alma College Scots. Good evening, everyone. I'm Remington Gilniak, joined alongside by Alexander Grove. And AG, this feels like one of those conference games where we know what we're going to see going into this game.
Yeah, we're going to see a good matchup between Alma College Scots and the Adrian Bulldogs. Like these two teams have a history. One of those key history points is that Adrian's looking to finally get over the hump against Alma. For Alma has been taking the final 4 decisions against with these two teams, and looking to turn things around as the back half of the season starts up.
Yeah, you mentioned these two teams met earlier this season, and Alma came away with the win. It was 62-53, and that game was played at Alma's pace. They had long possessions. They gave Adrian some really tough looks offensively. Just a tough game, an absolute grind, and the result that's going to stick with you, especially when it comes in conference play. So taking a closer look at these Bulldogs. They come in today with a record of 7-10, 3-6 in MIAA play. And like you said, they're on a 5-game losing streak and haven't won a game in 25 days. Haven't won since January 3rd. However, they've been in a lot of games deep into the fourth quarter, and when things have slipped, it's usually been about execution rather than effort. But today, they have the opportunity to right the ship and get back in the win column. So, Alex, when you look at Adrian this season, what stands out to you? What's the biggest difference between their best nights and the games they get away from them?
So, honestly, it's about how they can play all 4 quarters. If they can come together and play the whole game, complete game, and execute, like you said, eliminating turnovers, hitting their shots, fighting for every rebound that's available, Adrian's going to turn things around. They're going to come out with a win, right? But if they still keep up with this play of not playing a complete game and only having a hot flash for a quarter and then next quarter dying off, it's going to be the same old story. So looking to see something different.
Absolutely. Now, looking at the other side of things, these Alma Scots come in hovering around 500. They come in 8-9, 4-4 in conference play, and they've been that team that's perfectly fine winning games within the tight margins. In 8 games this year, or just under 50% of their games, they have had games decided by 8 or fewer points. Alma doesn't mind slowing the pace, running sets deep into the shot clock, and forcing the opponents to stay disciplined for all 40 minutes of tonight's game. They've had some uneven offensive stretches this year, but that is what kept them competitive, their ability to defend, to stay composed, and capitalize when teams get impatient. Alma is at their best when they control the tempo and turn games into possession-by-possession battles. So AG, when you're playing a team like Alma that thrives in close games, how does Adrian keep this from turning into the kind of grind that Alma wants?
Simple. Play your game. Right? If they like a slow tempo game, pick up some pace in it. Put some pace in it. Put some little sauce in that, right, in order to make sure you get things running through. Right? Adrian has been practicing pick and rolls as of late, so using that to their advantage, coming up with speed. And honestly, when you play your game and add a little pace against a team that likes to grind to the final whistle, good things can happen.
Absolutely. So as we get set for tip-off, expect a physical MIAA matchup, plenty of half-court basketball, in a game where momentum can swing on a single run or defensive stop. Conference games rarely come easy, and tonight should be no different. Stay with us. Tip-off is coming up next. Adrian and Alma coming up on ACTV right after this.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. Starting lineup is currently being announced, and while we do that, AG, let's take a look at some of the impact players. Who are you looking at coming into this game?
Well, starting off with the Alma Scots, you're going to look at Cadence Kaminsky. She's averaging 14.5 points on the season, shooting just under 50% from the field at 47. Her three-point percentage is close behind with 49%. She knows how to get to the line. Pure scorer for this team. Last game against Kalamazoo, in 29 minutes, she scored 19 points and had a really good game. Switching things over to the Adrian College side, Aubrey Ix, she went off for 22 points against Trine in the last matchup that they had. 13.4 points is averaging. Solid percentage as Kaminsky with 47%. And rebounds, 7.2 rebounds per game. Look for her to be a playmaker and the star contributor in today's game.
Absolutely. Alma, of course, they're going to play that slow-paced, physical game, try to slow things down, play at their pace. Super crucial for Adrian to get off to a quick start in this game, kind of get in their own groove, play at their own pace, and not give in to what Alma wants to do. And a lot of that's going to come down to, like you said, Morgan Babb. The rebounding battle is going to be an important one tonight. I expect Adrian to be I expect him to win the rebounding battle tonight, just given the stats coming into this game. So we should be set for a good one here as we inch closer to tip-off. A little interesting note here in the starting lineup, but Darby Leinerth gets the start at guard once again. It's the fourth time in a conference game she started, kind of took that over from Moorhead, who was the starter early on in the season, but, well, you've lost 5 straight, haven't won in almost a calendar month, so why not try something new? Try to switch up the mojo a little bit.
Anything to get the fire going.
So both teams huddling up. Alma coming out in the all blacks with the red accents. Adrian coming out in the home whites. Decent crowd here at the Marilac Sport and Fitness Center. Student section, one of the bigger ones we've seen in a minute, especially on the women's side of things. So good to see they're getting the support that they absolutely deserve as they try to break the losing streak. It's going to be Brecken Warner against Ix on the tip-off. And off the tip, it will be Leinerth and the Dogs bringing it up the court. She'll swing it over to Lish, trying to set the offense up. Ix comes up to set the screen. Lish uses it, puts on the brakes, drives in, tries to get it inside to Ix. Couldn't handle the pass, but able to stay with it. Wide open, she'll take the deep midi. Nylon.
Good solid setup with Ix, finding that space. Give her that room, she'll hit it.
Quickly, it's Kaminsky pushing the pace. She'll slow things up. Warner now has it around the charity stripe, grounded by Ix. Dished over, coming inside. That's Ebel, puts on the brakes, dish outside, back to Kaminsky. Expect to call her name a good amount tonight. Goes up, short midi off the glass, won't go. Rebound by Leinerth, heading the other way, wide open in transition. Ignatowski, and she misses the layup. So now on the other end, it's Ebel up top. Going to swing it over to Kaminsky, now to the wing. Down low, goes up with the right hand, and it's good for Sarah Ebel.
One thing to point out here is that, like, when seeing them on defense and even on O, just seeing the Adrian bench, like, yes, they're on a 5-game skid, but seeing the camaraderie and, like, how hyped they still get, it's going to give you hope every time.
Absolutely. Good to see. Trying to build your own momentum a little bit off the court. Down low, Babb goes up, won't go. Rebounded by the Scots. It's Durlow bringing it up, wide open down the floor. Good dish down low. And another bucket for Ebel.
Yeah, Adrian's transition game from defense to offense has been doing pretty well so far, but that offense to defense transition needs to be a little bit quicker.
So it's a Lish coming off the screen from Ix. Dish to Babb up top. Ix calling for it down low from the wing. That's Leinerth. Nylon! Darby Leinerth lines up the 3 and drills it. Bulldogs lead 5-4 early on. So Warner dishes over to Durlow. Ebel up top, dishes it over. Driving in is Starkey. Dish down low. Picked off by Ix.
Good read of the play. She recognized that the past 2 possessions, they've been drawing them in and feeding the back door. And here we go. Oh.
Babb a little too strong on the 3. Rebounded by Durlow, who's going to push the tempo up. Swing to the corner from the 3, won't go. Rebound by Ix. Another good look for the Scots, unable to capitalize on that one. But definitely a good start for the Bulldogs so far. It's going to be Ignatowski coming off the wing. Thought about it. Swings it over to Lish. Driving in. Going to go up. Won't go. But she's going to be heading the line for 2.
And that's one of the things you have to do against a team that loves to grind. If they go try to grind and break you down, do it to them as well. 2 at the line.
Couple subs coming in for the Bulldogs. It's Ava Schultz and Ashlyn Moorhead in favor of Leinerth and Ignatowski. No, it was a foul on the floor. My apologies, misread it. So the Bulldogs still with it on the baseline. Dish to Lish, thought about the midi. It's going to be Ix, would have been a deep 2. Now Moorhead drives in, finds positioning over to Schultz on the wing. She'll drive in, nothing doing. Kick out to Babb from 3. Works in the post, but it's poked away by Kaminsky. Now going the other way, that's Starkey, has options, goes to the corner, but deflected away by Hannah Lish.
Good transition defense on that. Asking you shall receive, and apparently they're quickly picking it up.
So it's going to be Kate Starkey now from the baseline for the Scots. Gets it in. Far side to Durlow. Works against Moorhead. Goes up with the left hand. Won't go. Rebounded by Moorhead. She's going to try to push the tempo going the other way. Slow things up now. Dish it over to Babb. Back to Moorhead from the wing. Uses Babb's screen. Now the pick and roll. Down low to Babb. Beautiful pick and roll by the Dogs.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Beautiful.
Starkey drives in, pass to the corner once again, but another Bulldog in the lane. That's Schultz.
You got to love this. This has to be one of the best starts that we've seen from this Adrian team, both on defense and on offense. Yes, a little bit slow on the transitions early on, but picking up the reads faster than what we've seen so far.
Starkey has space, drives inside, works against Lish, won't go. Rebounded by Moorhead. She's going to try to push the tempo here. Numbers simply not with her. She's going to slow it up. Pass to the corner to Lish. She's going to drive in, puts on the break, goes up with the right hand turnaround, won't go. We're going to have a foul on the rebound. I believe that's going to be going against Aubrey Ix. Yes, the foul is against Aubrey Ix on the rebound attempt. So Bulldogs lead at 7-4. Offense has been tough to come by so far. A lot of good defense, active hands for both sides. Good pass down low, ends up to Weber. Pass from the corner, drives. Right hand, won't go. Wisniewski had a good look at it, but couldn't get the finish. As Babb will bring it down, has space, they bring the double, won't matter, goes up. Babb rebounds her own miss, kick outside. Back up to Moorhead, who drives in, right hand, won't go. But she'll be heading the line for 2.
Yeah, Moorhead with 2 great plays on both sides of the ball defensively, forcing that closeout to allow that drive in order to force a contested shot. And now she drives the line in order to get 2 at the line.
So this will be our first free throws of the game as Lauren Barkowitz checks in favor of Ix. On the season, Moorhead at 64% as she misses the first one. Now, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, so many of Alma's games have been close. So important for the Bulldogs to hit early free throws like this as she drills the second one. It's going to push the lead up to 4. But every single point matters, especially early on in this game, as the Scouts will try to answer. Warner on the wing, gives it up to Weber. Back to Warner down low against Barkowitz. Works in with the left hand. Beautiful bucket there by Brecken Werner.
Yeah, look for Alma to take advantage of those mismatches, size mismatches as this down the stretch.
Schultz has in the corner. She'll pull the 3. Nylon! Ava Schultz, not known as a three-point shooter, but lets it fly and drills it. He's going to push the lead up to 5.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Again, tough call. Looked like pretty good defense from Lish. Student section here doesn't like it. It's going to be Kate Starkey heading to the line.
Dude, that was some timeout time.
That's going to be our first media timeout of the game. Good start for the Dogs as they lead 11-6. Just under 4.5 minutes left to play. You're watching women's basketball here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Welcome back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. 4:28 left here in the first quarter. Bulldogs off to a hot start, up 11-6. And it's been regardless of Morgan Babb, who's had a slow start. 1 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from behind the line. Does have a pair of rebounds and an assist. So she's making an impact, just not with the scoring right now.
Yeah, being the playmaker instead of the dominant scorer, like, it's going to happen. But at the same time, she's doing her part, which allows all of her other teammates to pitch in and chip in order to get this hot, strong lead.
It's going to be Kate Starkey shooting 2 from the line. First one, too strong off the back iron. Starkey on the season, 81% from the charity stripe. Bulldogs would sure like another miss here. Student section giving her some troubles. They're getting pretty loud down there. Second shot, absolute butter through, makes it 11-7. Well, it's Moorhead still in the game for the Dogs. She'll bring it up. This time guarded closely by Starkey. Tries to work around her. She'll give it up to Linerth. Back to Moorhead. Out of the wing, Linerth. Pass inside to Babb. Wide open Schultz from the corner again. This one won't go. A little too strong. Rebounded by the Scots.
That type of passing play. Oh, sorry, partner. But that type of passing play, opening up the free shot. If they keep doing that, they go have major success.
Not the best transition defense there. Kate Starkey pretty much walks her way to the basket uncontested. Makes the left-handed layup. Bulldogs will try to answer now. So Moorhead has it up top. She'll pass to Schultz in the corner once again. Scott's daring her to take the shot. Here's Lish open from the corner. A little too strong off the back iron. Fight for the rebound. And going to end up with the Scots going the other way. Wide open down the floor is Maddie Weber, who makes the layup. And all of a sudden, we're tied at 11 apiece.
Yeah, Alma Scots finally heating up.
Bulldogs trying to answer now. Here's Liner. She'll take the three. Rolls around, won't go. Fight for the rebound, though. Bulldogs still with it. Liner rebounds her own miss. Bulldogs shoot more threes than we've seen. Pull-up J from Babb. That one's going to rattle in. Looks like the Scots are going to try to push the tempo a little bit. The swing to Wisniewski on the wing. She'll try to drive in, going to the left. Nothing doing. Pass back outside. Ball fake from Starkey. She'll go up right hand. Another good layup from Kate Starkey.
So far, Adrian, although they gave up the lead, they're still doing a good job with making sure that tempo is being pushed. With all these passing plays, taking advantage of Alma's sporadic defense.
Bulldogs swinging the rock around. Going to end up with Babb. She'll take the corner three. Misses badly. Rebounded by the Scots. Durlo will look to push the tempo now. Dishes it back to Weber. Has it in the post. The give to Ebel. There's going to be a foul. We're going to take another look at it here.
Yeah, we're going to see this foul here. So far, solid defense. She comes around and looks like that she tripped up on it, but ref sees otherwise. So we'll see the change of possession here. Or not change of possession, but two.
Definitely a tough call for the Bulldogs. It didn't look like there was a ton of contact there, but anytime you see bodies start flying around, that whistle's going to come pretty easily. Inbound pass inside to Kaminsky. Layup is good. For the first time today, the Scots lead it. It'll be Ignatowski. Has it up top. Moves in, take the pull-up J. Has some space. Rattles in.
Now it's all about getting this momentum back for the Bulldogs.
Another quick shot from the Scots. This one won't go. Wicks freshly into the ball game, gets the rebound. Pass to the corner. You know, Schultz is feeling good on the three-point stroke today. I've already seen her take two. Good, moves down low and puts it in with the left hand. Woo! Now quickly, the Scots will try to respond. Didn't expect to see him pushing the tempo this much, but here we are. So it'll be Warner, has it up the top, looking for space, swings it to the corner, three-point shot, rattles in. Another three-pointer made by the Scots. Just like that, they jump back out in front, 18-17.
Shoot. Just back and forth, catching up heat.
Ignatowski, she'll take the three, misses badly. So it'll be Ebel bringing it up for the Scots here. Poked away by Ignatowski, poked away again. It'll be the Scots still possession.
Yeah, you were mentioning that the Alma Scots are playing with much faster pace than they usually are. And all because Adrian started off high with their pace. Right now, Adrian has them where they want them and playing their game.
A chance to go 2 for 1 at the end of the first quarter for the Scots here. That's Weber down low. Double comes, but what does not matter. Maddie Weber puts in a layup for the Scots. Now the Bulldogs, if they hurry, have a chance at a 2 for 1. Not anymore. Time expires away from that opportunity. As Moorhead swings it to Schultz up top. She'll drive in, pass to Ix, gets the screen down low, has it poked away, fight for it on the ground. Ix still with it. Pass inside to Schultz, goes up the left hand and puts it in. Theatrics from the Bulldogs offense leads to a 2-point score. Now pass in the corner. Deflected out of bounds, and we're going to stay on this end of the floor despite the best efforts of the student section.
Sue. Like that grit and vigor from Ix to keep the play alive at the end of this first quarter to bring it back within 1.
So the Scots unable to capitalize on the last second shot, but that's going to put a cap on an exciting first quarter of play. Bulldogs started off with momentum, but it's the Scots who have raged back in the latter half of the quarter. They lead it 20-19. We've played 10 minutes here at the Marilatt Sport and Fitness Center. Back right after this.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today.
So an exciting first quarter of play filled with numerous lead changes, some wild offensive possessions, and overall just some good high-quality basketball being played here tonight. It was a good first quarter from Starkey, who finished with 5 points. But for the Bulldogs, it was Schultz who has 7. So it'll be the Scots with possession to start the quarter. Warner tried to move it around, but it's going to lose it. Bulldogs have it going the other way. That's Moorhead up to Lish, pushing the tempo a bit, pass inside to Babb. She's going to go up with the right hand and get it to go. Count it and the foul.
So earlier in the first quarter, you were talking about how Babs was being more of a playmaker than a scorer, and now looky here, she turned that around. Here we go, 2 at the charity.
So Babb at the charity stripe, one of the better free throw shooters on this team at 82%. And that one, nothing but net there. Bulldogs up by 2. Scots will try to answer back now. Weber has it in the corner, not a three-point threat. They try to swing it around to Starkey, now back over to Werner. Back to Weber from the post, guarded by Ix. Wide open Starkey, gets Lish in the air, goes in. Nothing doing there. The kick out from 3 from the wing, too strong. Rebounded by the Scots. We'll see Durlow with it. She'll swing it around. Here's Kaminsky, has it up top. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll go up with the left hand. Won't go. Rebound Ix, heading the other way. Bulldogs build the momentum as it's Babb pushing the tempo down the floor. Gonna slow things up with Moorhead. Now Lish.
Yeah, that was a good defense by Schultz on Kuzminski on that last possession. See if they can capitalize.
Lish puts the brakes on. She's going to kick out Babb. Defender not biting on the pump fake. She'll go up with the right hand. Misses badly. Rebound Weber. It'll be Starkey pushing the tempo here for the Scots. Driving, goes baseline, right hand. Another high-quality look for Kate Starkey. She's been the one pushing things in transition for the Scots. So Ix has it up top, pass to the corner, Schultz, back to Ix. Ix going to take the long two off the back iron, but rebounded by Ix. She has it down low, up at the right hand, and it'll go.
Keep the aggression right there. The follow through, the aggression to get two.
How about Kate Starkey, though? It's like the fourth time this game already. She's just walked down the floor right into the lane and had an easy layup. She's all the way up to, I believe, 9 points in the ball game. Pass down low to Ix. This time left hand won't go. Gets her own miss. Goes up again. Won't go. Rebounded by Weber, but she had her foot on the line. Going to be staying on this end.
Early in the pregame show, like we talked about how Ix not only good on the inside with scoring, but also how good she is on rebounding. We're seeing that play out so far. We're also seeing how that momentum is swinging into Adrian's favor.
So 24-24, about 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Offense is fired, and Ix will take the J, and she'll get it to go. How about Aubrey Ix coming alive here, starting to get a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, and it's working out for her. As the Bulldogs have a 2-point lead, Scots with possession. It's Weber from the elbow, tries to work against Ix, nothing doing. So the pass will go over to Starkey. She'll try to drive in baseline once again. She'll kick it outside, wide open look, nylon. It was Reese Wisniewski who drills the three, and that's going to give the Scots a 1-point lead. So Babb will swing it to Ignatowski from the wing, rattles in and out. Scots now have a chance to build up that lead a little bit. Starkey will drive in again with the right hand. She'll get it to go, and the foul.
And Starkey's been really coming alive here for the Scots team. She came in this game. She saw that the Scots were kind of dilly-dallying a little bit. She lit the fire right back up. She's going to the line.
I mean, you got to think the Bulldogs coming in, they know that Alma likes to play slow. They're not typically a team that's going to be running up and down the court for 40 minutes. So the fact that Kate Starkey's just taking advantage of that, she's getting the pass off the rebound, and she's just basically sprinting, putting the head down, going right to the basket, and getting good looks as a result.
See, if they don't figure it out soon, she's going to be the biggest problem of the night.
She's 5 for 6 from the field, 11 points on the night, 2 for 3 from the line now, up to 12 points. So it's a 4-point lead for the Scots. Bulldogs need to answer here. It feels like momentum's starting to shift a little bit as the Scots are going to bring full court pressure, but they left Ix wide open down low, and she missed the layup. So it's the Scots going the other way. It's Wisniewski, works against Moorhead, puts the brakes on, swings it around a little bit, and end up on the far wing, now down low to Werner. Werner goes inside against Ix, kick out to the corner. So there's Durlow down low against Babb, goes up with the left hand, won't go, but a late whistle comes in and a foul against Morgan Babb. And we'll have a Scott heading to the line.
We honestly thought that was some good defense by Morgan Babb, but as well by the Alma Scott player. Good job with leaning into Babb to draw that foul.
Yeah, Durlow was trying to do anything she could down low. Looks like she was just trying to draw the foul. And give her credit, it worked out if she drills the first free throw. Again, I'm a little surprised the referees rewarded that kind of thing, especially with the game we've seen so far. We've had some contact on plays, fouls not called. So the fact that it was called there, maybe a sign of things to come. Second shot from Durlow is absolute butter. Lead up to 6 now for the Scots. Bulldogs have to answer here. As Babb's getting trapped on the baseline, and it's taken away by the Scots. It's Waterstret, works it down low. Ball gets kicked around a little bit from the corner. Nylon for Reese Wisniewski. And with the momentum the Scots have built up, it's going to force an Adrian College timeout. And we're going to take a break right along with them. 35-26, your score, about 5:50 left in the second quarter. You're watching women's basketball here on Adrian College TV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Welcome back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. Scott's on a big-time run right now. Lead up to 9 for him, 35-26. Before we went to break, it was Reese Wisniewski who drilled a wide-open corner from the wing. And AG, I don't know about you, but it feels like the last few possessions, the ball's just been pinballing around, just seemingly at random.
Yeah, a little bit too much excitement is going on through, with especially with Adrian. We're starting to see the Scots recognize that this game tempo is sped up more than usual, but they're having a calmness about them. Adrian just needs to settle down a little bit, still play their game, so they can swing this game right back in their momentum.
Absolutely. The last probably 5 or 6 possessions, we've gone to playing the Alma Scots way of basketball right now, not the Adrian Bulldog way. You know, Adrian they want to be the ones pushing the tempo, but right now they're on their heels. They're the ones getting caught in transition, giving up easy buckets. Super important for them to get back in this game now as inbound comes in, full court pressure. They're looking for space. It's going to be Moorhead bringing it up. Ix has space down low. She's going to put the brakes on, dish to Liner, back to Babb down low, goes up with the right hand, counted in the foul.
Earning 3 the hard way.
Morgan Babb has come alive, her and Ix here in the second quarter, much more aggressive on the offensive end. Leads to an and one opportunity here. Shot from Babb is absolute butter. Deficit down to 6 now. Bulldogs need more possessions like that, but it's got to start with stops on this end of the floor. So from the elbow, it's Werner looking for space. Down low to Waterstrat, and the pass is intercepted by Babb. She'll run it down the floor, doesn't have the space. She's going to put on the brakes now. Pass over to Ix, pass to Schultz in the corner. She'll try to go baseline, nothing doing. Pass to Liner. Ix has it from the elbow, tries to work inside, goes up, won't go, but a foul, and Ix will head to the line for 2.
Loving that play from Ix, driving the lane, get everybody to you, draw for 2.
Again, early on in this game, we saw the Bulldogs take more three-pointers than we're accustomed to them seeing. I'm not saying they don't shoot threes, but typically they're playing down low. They're playing through Babb. They're playing through Ix. They're playing through Schultz a little bit down low. But really in the second quarter, they've gone back to that, working the ball down low and getting possessions like this where you end up on the line.
Yeah, I think earlier in that first quarter and earlier in the second with trying to match 3 for 3, we saw how they were going after Alma's game a little bit. And then with, like you said, how they're working down low, they're going back to their game, and it's very successful.
Second shot from Ix won't go. It'll be Kaminsky bringing it up. She'll dish it over now in the corner. Weber has it. Pass wide open is Ebel. She opts not to take the shot, drives in, right hand, too strong off the glass. Babb with the rebound. She'll try to push it up now. Quickly swarmed, passes deflected, ends up back with the Dogs. Moorhead spins down low, goes up with the left hand, won't go. Rebounded by Starkey. We'll see if she sprints to the basket again. Bulldogs won't let it happen. She fouled on the floor.
It looks like they caught Aubrey Hicks with that foul. Yeah, but with Kate Starkey zooming around the court like that, you got to do everything you can to slow her down. Preferably we'll like it legally with no call.
So that's the second foul against Ix. Only other Bulldog in real foul trouble is Hannah Litch, who has 3 fouls already in this game. As she drew the assignment of Starkey today, who's just been sprinting around the court like a chicken with its head off. Down low, that's Weber, won't go. Rebound, Babb. She'll try to push the floor now. Brings it up to the wing, gonna slow things up. Give it up for Moorhead. Babb sets the screen. Moorhead has space, opts not for the shot and drives in instead. Up top, Bustle checks into the game as Babb has some space to work down low. Turnaround, Jay rattles in for the bucket.
Oh, Morgan Babb. Nice turnaround, Jay.
So here's Starkey, drives in. This time won't go. Bulldogs starting to build some momentum now. It's going to be Linerth bringing it up. Almost gave it up. But a nice pass to Moorhead, who has space down low. Quickly swallowed up. And it's Babb wide open from the top. Drills it.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
This
Morgan
Bulldog
Babb.
offense is clicking now, 35-35. They've erased a 9-point deficit in just a few minutes, and we have ourselves a game on our hands today. It'll be Starkey up top, too weak off the front iron, won't go, kick out. This one too strong off the back iron. Chance to slow things up now. Under 3 to play in the first half. Bulldogs with all the momentum in the world.
And we're starting to see Alma Scots go from an aggressive style of defense off the rebound.
And why not?
And we're seeing what happens when you stop being aggressive. The Bulldogs go on a run, and they take the lead back.
Ashlyn Moorhead puts the exclamation point on an absolutely fantastic Bulldog run with a floater. Bulldogs lead at 37-35. We're going to step aside for just a minute, but you're watching women's basketball here at Adrian College TV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back inside the Marilac Sport and Fitness Center. Bulldogs on a fantastic run at the moment. They lead at 37-35, coming just off the heels of being down 9 points just a few minutes ago. So a game full of swings. See what the rest of the first half has in store for us. It's the Scots with possession. Starkey bringing it up. She's going to work against McElroy. A lot of space inside. Pass back outside to Starkey. She works against Linerth. Navigating to her left, nothing doing. She'll kick out from the wing. Three-pointer from Durlow, rattles in. Three-pointer for the Scots. So now we'll see McElroy, see what she can do. Almost gives it up, but Schultz able to corral it. So we'll end up with Schultz in the corner, gets a screen from Babb. Good defense by the Scots, though. Black jersey swarming around the defensive end right now. Down low, Babb goes up, won't go. Scott's now running in transition. They have a lot of space. Ends up with Starkey. Has it in the mid-range. Down low, though. Swatted away by Schultz. Going the other way now. Under 2 in the first half. Linerth has it. Babb up top. Over to Bustle. She'll take a deep three. Banks it in! When you're hot as a team, you're hot. Sophia Bustle pulls a long-range three and drills it. And now the other end, out of bounds off of Scott. We're heading the other way.
Shoot, this Adrian team, like I said before, we have not seen this type of fire from this team in a long time. And seeing this fire heat up, let's see if they can continue on.
So Linerth has it up top, swings it over to McElroy, tries to work it down low, pass outside to Babb. Babb trying to get down low, quickly Swarm goes up with the right hand, won't go. Wisniewski bringing it up, going the other way, swings it over to Durlow, to the corner, wide open. That's a three-pointer for Cadence Kaminsky. She's been quiet so far, but I have a feeling that's going to change. She gets a great look and takes advantage. Scott's back out in front. Here's Buzzle with the three, and she drills one.
Heat check, heat check.
So Bulldogs back on top now. 45 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, it's Wisniewski. Gives it up to Ebel, back outside. Starkey, she'll take the three, rattles, won't go. Bulldogs with the rebound. They'll be able to hold it for just about the last shot. As Schultz has a good look down low. She'll take it, won't go. Fight now for the rebound, has it down low. Still has it, jump ball is called.
Got to convert on the shots there, but good effort on making sure that ball stays in possession, that we keep the momentum for this last shot here.
So 23.2 on the clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bulldogs will likely hold on to it, try to play for what is likely to be the last shot of the first half, try to go into the locker room with a lead, which is something that we haven't been able to say about this team in a while. And you got to imagine they're feeling pretty good right now. As Moorhead goes in with the hook, won't go. Babb offensive rebound, she puts it up and in. Scots have a chance to respond, 2 seconds left. Starkey drives in, right hand, too strong, won't go. And that's gonna do it for a magnificent first half of basketball. Plenty of lead changes, and in the end, the Bulldogs lead it 45-41 here in the Marilatt Sport and Fitness Center. So again, that's going to do it for the first half. Bulldogs lead it. We're going to step aside for halftime. We'll be back soon, though, here on Adrian College TV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. It's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship-day.
Man, I'll tell you what, AG, that may be the best first half of basketball we have seen at least this calendar year.
Oh, yes.
But maybe in the academic year as a whole.
Yes, I definitely can agree with that. With how they just started off, right? You saw how they started off the first 5 minutes of the game. and usually the first 5 minutes will dictate how the rest of the game is played for your team. My only question is, they had a strong first half. Can they keep that up?
Can they play the full 40 minutes? You said at the top of the broadcast. And let's take a look at some of the players that are going to lead both teams to playing that full 40 minutes. So who are you looking at right now?
Right now, I'm looking at Morgan Babb. Morgan Babb has just been killing it ever since she's been on it. In the 20 minutes that she's played, she's 50% from the field, right? 1 for 3 on 3-point shots, 100% from the free throw line. She's just, like as you see on your screen there, 17 points, 7 rebounds. She's put it in the work to make sure this Bulldogs team keeps the momentum that they have gained. And also looking at Lish as well. Now, that's on the other side of things. Really good player, really strong defender, but a little bit too strong, getting into too much foul trouble, especially going against Kate Starkey for Alma.
Again, Kate Starkey has been the reason for Hannah Lish's foul trouble. Kate Starkey has been an absolute menace in transition so far. In 16 minutes so far, 12 points, 5 for 10 from the field, also has 3 assists on the night. And it really hasn't been any fancy moves or deep threes. It's simply been putting the head down, sprinting from coast to coast, getting good looks at the basket and converting on them.
Yeah, she saw that Adrian was playing the fast tempo game. She said, bet, let's run it. And she's playing them at their own game to a T.
Now, in coming in, we mentioned Cadence Kaminsky, who we really thought was going to be the focal point of this Scott offense so far, but she's been very quiet. In 15 minutes, 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from behind the line, only 1 rebound so far, 1 assist. Now, no turnovers, only 1 foul, so she hasn't been detrimental to the Scots so far. But if you're an Alma Scott fan right now, you're really looking at Kaminsky saying, hey, all right, it's fine, you had a slow first half. We got to get going here. We're down. We didn't expect to be down at halftime against this Bulldog team. We got to get going here.
I mean, like Cadence Kaminsky, yes, very strong player, but part of that has to be given to the Adrian defense, like the closeouts on past the arc. Yes, they have allowed 3-point shots, but at the same time, right, their closeouts, make sure Kaminsky stays quiet, is keeping this lead at it.
So let's take a look at some of the halftime stats here for the teams overall. AG, I'll let you take this over.
Yeah, as you see on your screen here, popping up 50% from the field is the Alma Scots. They're leading that charge along with 3-point shooting and free throws. But on the Adrian side, rebounds, turnovers. Usually Adrian is averaging a good amount of turnovers. But today they're taking care of the ball. They're executing well their passes. They're making sure that they don't get too excited and too jittery to let this game escape from them.
So, yeah, that's going to do it from us here at ACTV at the half. We'll take a look at some of the halftime replays as we get ready for another 20 minutes in what has been an incredible game so far. So do not leave your couch. We are coming right back in just a few minutes here on Adrian College TV.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Well, the buzzer just horned inside the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center, which means we are set for another 20 minutes of basketball here. Bulldogs took the lead in a halftime, 45-41. And if this second half is anything like the first half, boy, are we in store for something great.
Fast-paced action on both sides of the court. Here we go.
So it's going to be Starkey bringing it up. Still playing this high post game with Werner from the wing now. That's Kaminsky, won't go. Rebound in Moorhead. So the slow start for Kaminsky continues. As Moorhead's going to retreat now. Pass inside to Babb. Ix thought about the long two, decided against it. She'll go up with the right hand. Won't go, but she'll be heading to the line for two.
Shoot, we're kind of glad that she made that business decision to, instead of settling for the shot, heading to the charity stripe.
Yeah, that's a shot we've seen Ix settle for in the past, and we use the word settle because it's just not a high percentage look. Ix is just not that type of player that you want shooting from the perimeter consistently. So if you're able to get her inside, I mean, that's just advantageous on every level for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and most of the time, in most of the games I've seen, especially with Ix in it, she has the matchup size. She has the advantage. So to be able to use her body and her post work to really get on the inside, it's really going to help this Bulldogs team out.
So Starkey has it. Under 20 left on the shot clock. Double comes. It's poked away by Moorhead. It's going to be Schultz coming away with it. We're going the other way. Now Moorhead running the floor for the Dogs. Spins. Kicks outside off the back of a Scott. I believe that was off of Evil. Moorhead calling for the pick. It's going to come from Ix. Opts not to use it. She'll drive in. Under the basket now. Pass outside to Ix. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Spins. Right hand counted in the foul.
Copy, paste, repeat. Look at that. As we go over to this replay, look, Moorhead draws the D in. Ix, 1, 2, spin-a-rooney. Ooh. Now we got a three the hard way.
So Ix off to a quick start here in the second half. Went 1 for 2 her last time at the stripe. 2 for 4 overall for the game, up to 10 points now. Free throw won't go. Fight for the rebound, but in the end, it's the Scots that come away with it. So coming up the court, it's Durlow. Works away down low, pass outside. On the wing now, that's Werner. Pass over to Weber, looking for someone to get it to. It's Starkey now trying to drive inside. A lot of pressure there. And a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Bulldogs.
A good switch on that pick and roll. We saw what they were trying to set up with Starkey going on Hicks, thinking that they would have the speed advantage. Hicks said, no way, Jose. Give it up.
Yeah, you're starting to see the Bulldogs really put that wall up in front, just not allowing the undersized Starkey to get in there. And how about this three-pointer?
Morgan Babb.
Morgan Babb having one of her best games, if not her best game of the season. Bulldogs now lead it by double digits, their biggest lead of the game. See if they can keep it up. Double comes on Starkey, down low, Weber, baseline cut, gets her in the air, and an easy finish for Brecken Werner.
Oh, hold on. We got Bab down on the play.
Not the sight you want to see if you're the Bulldogs. It's Morgan Babb.
Yeah, the way that it looked like is that Weber hits the pump fake. And like, it was a good pump fake, but on the way down, that elbow kind of hit Babs in the midsection.
So Babb was able to get up under her own power. Got to imagine she'll be checking out of this game. Hasn't headed for the bench yet. Is Morgan Babb going to stay in here? No. It's going to be Ignatowski taking her out. It appears that Babb is going to be okay, and we'll see her later on, but a tough blow for the Bulldogs for now. They have an 8-point lead.
Yeah, she's seeing the trainer right now behind the bench.
So it's going to be Leinerth. Schultz driving baseline. Puts on the brakes, kicks it back outside to Ix. Out of Moorhead. Rock swinging all over the place for the Bulldogs. Good screen there. Pass to Schultz. She'll take the three from the wing and buries it. Green! So Scots will quickly try to answer. They push the tempo. Werner has it down low, quickly doubled. Good pass to Weber. Ball knocked around and swatted away by Ix, but the foul comes in.
As you hear that from the crowd, look at this replay here. Good possession, closing out the lane, good doubles. But then right there, it looks like they got Schultz on that call there, because I saw an all ball from Ix, excuse me.
It was Ix who had the proper positioning there. Schultz just kind of threw the left hand up, and there was contact on the shot. Question is, does it warrant a foul when you do it 2 feet from the official? He's pretty much going to call that every time. So the lead is at 10 for the Dogs. Make it 9 as Weber buries the free throw. 54-45. Just over 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. As Schultz will bring it up. He'll give way to Moorhead. Puts on the brakes, has it swiped for a minute. And Liner tried to pick it up, but had a foot on the line. It's a rare turnover today for the Bulldogs.
I just want to point out, I know it was a little bit off the side, but seeing the football team down there for the Adrian Bulldogs, the student section, it is fun to watch and listen. And hey, if you're a recruit, right, Adrian Sports, we're a family here.
So driving inside is Durlow. She'll be heading to the line for 2 here. She had a lot of space driving inside. And again, the Bulldogs just putting that wall up in front. No easy baskets is the mentality right now. But back-to-back possessions with Scott free throws. First shot, absolute butter. No subs for either team, it looks like. Well, Hannah Lish is over by the scores table. So we'll see her checking into the game here. Playing with 3 fouls. So both free throws are good, as yes, Lish is going to check in favor of Moorhead. Lead is down to 7 for the Dogs. So it'll be Schultz on the inbound. Scott's bringing full court pressure. So it'll be Lish working against Starkey. Gets it across the timeline. On the wing, it's Ignatowski over to Leinerth up top. Now Lish to the corner. Schultz once again resetting the offense. Ignatowski takes a little running floater, two-handed, banks it in.
Oh.
Pass down low, intercepted by Aubrey Ix, who's been having a fantastic game on both the offensive and the defensive sides of the ball. Has the open looks. Opts not for it. Schultz, she'll try to drive baseline, goes up with the right hand, misses. Rebounded by the Scots. Now Starkey heading the other way. Has the speed to make her way through. Euros left hand, won't go. Lish with the rebound. So it'll end up back with her. She'll bring it up over the timeline.
Now, one thing that we're seeing from the Alma Scots is that they're becoming a little bit more aggressive, especially on the offensive front, trying to slow this game back down. And we're seeing why they want to have that slow tempo pace compared to the Adrian fast-paced game.
So off the Lish miss, it's down low the other end, taken away by Ignatowski. So slow things up. Bulldogs just not allowing the Scots to go on a run. When they get stopped on one end, they're getting a stop on the other end. And if you get a lead and keep it, well, that's how you do it right there. So Schultz will try to drive in, puts the brakes on. She's going to take the midi and buries it.
Well, Schultz been coming on at the half pretty hot. Only missed one shot so far.
The Bulldog lead up to 11, and that is going to force a timeout here from the Scots. Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the game at 11, just over 5 minutes here in the first half. We're going to step aside for just a minute, but don't go anywhere. You're watching women's basketball here on Adrian College TV.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Don't miss Chase Matthew live at Adrian College on March 21st at 7 p.m. for our spring concert. It's free for all Adrian College students, and tickets are available now at adriancollege.hometownticketing.com. That's March 21st, Chase Matthew at Adrian College. We're holding it down.
So just over 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs have had themselves a great third quarter, went into the break with a lead and have only added on to it. In part to what may have been something fairly lucky that happened. There was a free throw on the Bulldogs side that they missed. So on the other end, the shot clock didn't reset to 30 seconds. And instead, it reset to 20 seconds, and that is where we saw the shot clock violation. It didn't look like Alma's head coach even really noticed maybe that there was a mistake there, but definitely something that we believe happened. And Bulldogs may have caught in a break of it.
Adrian's taking advantage of that momentum shift, though.
So Weber has it down low, working against Ix. Pass outside to Wisniewski. She's going to drive in. Shot clock winding down. Goes up with the right hand. Ix wins the fight for the rebound. Heading the other way now. Ignatowski with space in front of her. Schultz in the corner. Nothing doing. Pass to Ix up top. Ix from the corner has been quiet on the offensive end. Long pass to Ignatowski. She drives in. Dish to Ix. Pass Schultz. Open three. Nylon!
Can you say sniper?
How about Ava Schultz coming alive from behind the arc today? Bulldog lead up to 14. And I'll tell you what, this gym is absolutely bumping right now. There's a nice bucket there from Sarah Abel. Just runs right around the entire Adrian defense. Get yourself a nice look. With Lish bringing it up. And good news for Bulldog fans. Morgan Babbs sitting by the scorer's table. Looks like she'll be coming back into this game pretty soon. As Lish has it down low, looking for help. Finds in the form of Ix. Long two from the top. In and out. Rebounded by Wisniewski. She'll push the tempo going the other way. That'll end up with Durlow. Now to Weber. Playing from the high post. Good backdoor cut from Waterstrat, but couldn't find the basket there. Bulldogs catch a break there. As Leinerth has it on the wing. Past Ignatowski up top. Wanted the three, but nothing doing. Almost turns it away. Lish able to recover. Drives in right. Has the pass deflected away. Nice defensive play there by Durlow once again. She's been great on the defensive end today. The Scots try to answer. Bodies flying everywhere on the far side of the court, but nothing doing as a result. On the wing, it's Durlow again, driving in, goes up, draws the contact, and she'll be heading to the line for two.
Yeah, the bodies were flying with both Lish and Durlow, as we see a replay coming up here. It was awful good defensive stop, and you see Durlow trip over her own self. Lish runs into a hard screen from Weber, and now we got a timeout.
So both teams taking a timeout here, and we're going to take one right along with them. 61-49 your score, just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball here at Adrian College TV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. And highly energetic game here, 61-49, the Bulldogs lead it. And AG, you mentioned it earlier, just the amount of AC students currently in the building today. What kind of impact do you think that plays on the players on the court?
Oh, huge. It's a huge impact to where it's like you feel every bit of energy coming from them. And that, as you see with this Adrian team, it gives you more confidence. It's like, bet, we at home, everyone's here. Let's make sure everybody's having a good time. And we're seeing that here now.
So it's Molly Durlow on the free throw line. Of course, drew the foul before he went into break there. Chance to cut the deficit down to 10 here. First shot, absolute butter from her. 5 for 5 from the charity stripe today, looking to make it 6 for 6. One of 2 Scots in double figures. It's her and Starkey who have reached at least 10 points so far. Second attempt rolls around, makes its way to the bottom. We'll see Cadence Kaminsky check back into this game. Scots going back to their full court pressure here. It'll be Morgan Babb on the inbound. Welcome back to the court. Bulldogs, well, I'm not going to say they missed her because, well, they went on a little run for themselves without her on the floor. So things are only going to get better with her on it. So it's Lish from the wing. She drives in, puts on the brakes, swing over. Ignatowski on the wing. She's going to take the pull-up midi and buries it. How about the shooting today from the Dogs?
See, they're finding their rhythm. Or once they found that rhythm earlier in this game, they kept it, and it's been a very entertaining night.
So it's Werner with it up top. They'll swing it over to Ebel. Double comes from Ix. Trapper from the top. A lot of contact coming from Ix. And the whistle comes. Foul on the floor.
You know what I just realized? I was reading down the roster for the Alma Scots. They are a family-oriented college. Right? They got the Ebel sisters on there, the Weber sisters on there. Oh, that's not it?
Webers are not related, to my knowledge.
Well, forgive me for the Webers. But the Ebels, right? Good family college at Alma.
Wisniewski drives in, draws a lot of contact. Official coming in. I believe we have an issue with the shot clock. Shot clock is showing 3 seconds. So, and one of the officials is over by the scores table. Alma trying to make a makeshift timeout out of this. Is they're on their end of the floor, so able to bring the team together in the huddle, get the clipboard out.
Earlier partner, you mentioned Kuzminski coming back in the game and her struggles early on. So far, she's 2 for 8, 25 from the field, 25% from the field. If Alma wants to be back in this game with a momentum shift.
Kaminsky takes the jumper, won't go, but a foul's called against Ignatowski, and we'll see Kaminsky on the line for 2.
We'll see if this is the start.
Yeah, it was a good screen. I couldn't tell who set it. I believe it was Warner who set the screen for Kaminsky down low. Gave her a really good look under the basket. She buries the first one. Kaminsky, a very solid scorer, but does struggle a bit at the line. Just under 70% for the season. It's her second attempt of the game. She buries it. So deficit down to 10 for the Scots. Still keeping the full court pressure on as Liner has it across the timeline over to Lish. Good screen from Babb. Lish looking for help. We'll see Babb try to drive in. She'll go in. Right hand won't go. Rebound. Liner fighting for it, and she comes away with it on the baseline. Bulldogs able to reset. Still wide open from the corner. Won't go. Back iron. There's going to be a foul on the floor, and we're staying on this end.
Look, I don't know if we're going to get a replay here. Yes, we are. Liner. What a hustle play. Yes, she didn't make this shot. You're going to see the foul that's coming up. But I know we didn't show it, but Liner with a heck of a hustle play, making sure that rebound stays here. Adrian ball.
Lish going to take the midi off the inbound. Won't go. Rebounded by Scots. That's Warner. It's going to be Kaminsky pushing the tempo up now, trying to cut into this deficit as we start to head into the fourth quarter. As Warner has it from the high post. A lot of contact from Babb. Whistle comes in. Foul on the floor.
Ever since Morgan Babb came in, you started to see Adrian Bulldogs. Oh, hold up. We got somebody limping on the sideline.
Yeah, that's Anna Ignatowski who's going to be coming off. Moorhead coming on. Again, that foul is going to put the Scots into the bonus. Not something you wanted to see there if you're the Bulldogs. First shot for Warner won't go.
And as we were saying earlier, especially on the top of the show, this is where Alma starts to strive. This is where they really start to come back into games and find those ways to win by getting to the foul line and making sure they play defense like Starkey just showcased there.
Yeah, Alma, this is what they do. They battle. They never stop battling. Again, you saw an example. Reese Wisniewski, active hands, swatting that one out of bounds. It'll be Moorhead, guarded closely by Kaminsky. 1 minute left here in the third quarter. We're going to close this quarter out in a good way. Babb has it. High post, works inside. Double comes. Won't go. We're going to have a foul.
Whoa.
They're going to call a jump ball on that?
Let's take a look at it here. Good drive. Morgan Babb drives in. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Well, regardless, the man in the blue suit on the Adrian sideline not too thrilled.
Hey, he's looking very good in that blue suit. Hey, Coach, big props on that blue suit. We wore a blue tie to go with that, but shoot. He's looking good over there.
Of course, Sam Miller been with this team for a bit now. He was not happy. He stormed out of his seat immediately once that whistle was blown in a jump ball.
Oh.
Another foul comes in here.
Let the big dog eat. Let the big dog eat. Feed it into Morgan Babb. That's 3 straight fouls.
So it's going to be Babb from the line once again. Of course, Babb on the season just under 82% so far in the game. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. First shot, absolute butter for her. More good news for Bulldog fans. Saw Ignatowski jog back out here. Looks like she's good to go whenever she is needed. Second shot from Babb, absolutely perfect as well. We're going to see Kate Starkey check back in here for the Scots. 65-54, Bulldogs lead it. Scots probably going to try to go 2 for 1 here. Double comes early. Pass to the corner. Good look. Won't go. Rebound by Werner. And another jump ball call there. Good defense by Moorhead.
Adrian staying strong for this last minute on defense. Very crucial leading into this fourth.
So Starkey being fouled around by plenty of Bulldogs. She'll drive in. Right hand. Counted in the foul.
Kate Starkey for this team. Give credit where credit is due. She has been bringing the momentum for the Alma Scots. Making sure they stay in this game. Sorry about that, partner.
Kate Starkey having a fantastic game. Really, now it's hard to call a starter a spark plug, but when she's on the court versus off the court, there is definitely a difference in just team energy, especially on the offensive end. She's the one really pushing the pace and just committing to what she wants to do and doing it. So 31.7 on the clock here. Bulldogs on the inbound. Scots bring in full court pressure. He's inbounded to Lish. She'll work against Noelle Ebel. As Lish gets it across the timeline. She's going to probably hold this one for the last shot. Not a lot of off-ball movement for the Bulldogs. Moorhead drives in. Good pass inside to Schultz, and she missed the layup. So 12 seconds left. Scott's going to have the last shot in this one. Ebel working around, passes it over to Werner. Werner drives in against Babb. Babb off, left-handed hook shot. Won't go. That's going to be a wild end of the third quarter here. But at the end of it, it's the Bulldogs who retain an 8-point lead, 65-57. And that means only one thing. 10 minutes left in this game to decide it all. Let's step away for just a minute. Bulldogs lead it. We'll see you right after this here on Welcome back inside the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center. Fourth quarter about to be underway, and we've had a good one so far. And you can't really talk about the story of this game without talking Morgan Babb. 8 for 16 from the field, 2 for 4 behind the line, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. 6 rebounds in this game. He's definitely been the driving force behind the Bulldogs. And we've talked a lot about Kate Starkey in this one. You know, in the half court hasn't been the greatest, but in transition, she has been an absolute problem. These Bulldogs have yet to find a solution for.
Yeah, like that's his fourth quarter starting up. You mentioned Kate Starkey being a problem, shooting 50%, mainly off of transition points from the line. She's shooting 75.
So Bulldogs start fourth with possession. Leinert has it from the corner, pass to Ix. Ix gives it up for Babb. About 12 seconds on the shot clock. Babb has it. She's going to pull the three. Won't go off the front rim, but Leinert, another hustle play, gets the offensive rebound. Shot clock at 15. Moorhead going to slow things up here, reset the offense. 10 seconds left. Has the ISO against Starkey. Looking for some space, gives it to Babb down low. Shot clock winding down, takes an awkward shot. Fell down, no foul called. We're going to be heading the other way.
Good defense by Alma. They're recognizing that Babb is going to be the focal point of this Adrian offense. So doing anything to knock her off her stride. They're going forward in this fourth quarter.
So it's Weber. Has it guarded by Ix. Good look here for Werner. Off too strong off the back iron, but an offensive rebound falls right into the hands of Weber. Tries to back down Ix. Goes up with it. Won't go. Rebound Babb. Tries to push the tempo now. She has it from the wing. Going to give it up for Moorhead here. Bulldogs student section coming alive here. Well, they've been alive all game, but bringing the energy now more than ever. Pass up top to Ix. Now Leinert from the wing. Tries to drive in against Starkey. Nothing doing. Pass down low. Deflected away, I believe, from Weber. So we're going to see Starkey pushing in transition once again. Drives in, right hand, and it'll go.
I might be showing my age here, but she's been doing that Euro step looking like Manu Ginobili. A female Manu Ginobili with that Euro step with those transition points.
I'll tell you what, Kate Starkey in transition has been the only thing that's kept Alma in this game. The Bulldogs lead it by 6, under 8 to play. Moorhead drives in, puts on the brakes, kick to Schultz. Ends up with Ix. Ix drives in, has a good look, and it'll go. Bang! Scott's now pushing the tempo. Here's Kaminsky. Gives away for Starkey. Starkey working against Leinert. Drives in. She'll go up with the right hand. And another bucket for Kate Starkey. Starkey up to 19 in the game now. Moorhead going to slow things up as she brings it up. I'm not even going to mention what the score that the Bulldogs have right now, in case there's any 12-year-olds watching. So Babb has it down low. Ix working against the Scott defense. Drives in, right hand, won't go, but she'll be heading to the line for 2.
Yeah, solid possessions by Ix, especially in the last 2 offensive possessions, driving that lane, going back to her roots instead of settling for shots, making sure she gets in the dirty areas, 2 at the line.
Couple of subs here on the Scott side of things. It's Sarah Ebel coming in, as well as Reese Wisniewski. For the Dogs, it's Anna Ignatowski and Hannah Lish, as Ix nails the first free throw. Just pivotal free throws as we get deeper and deeper into this game. Every point is going to matter. We said it at the top. These teams play close, and we're seeing it once again. Second free throw won't go. It's Derlot pushing the tempo here, going coast to coast. Going to give way. Makes its way to Ebel. Now Weber from the post. This is the offensive set that they've liked today. And a blocked 3. Ava Schultz comes down with it, sends it right back at Ebel. Pushing the tempo now, Ignatowski has it in the corner. Looking for some space, trying to get it to Babb, and she does. Babb double down low, takes the shot anyways, won't go. Rebounded by the Scots. Sterlo pushed the tempo the other way. Here's Wisniewski, draws a lot of contact. And we're going to be staying on this end of the floor.
Yeah, just looking at that defensive play by Schultz. What a heck of a block that was. Heck of a block going into transition, and now going out of timeout here.
Yeah, someone's calling the timeout here, so while the teams take a break, we're going to take one with them. 68-61 your score, 6:35 left in our game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching women's basketball here on Adrian College TV.
Elevate your game. At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back inside the Marilatt Sport and Fitness Center. Just before we came back, officials broke the huddle around the scorers table. They are reversing the call. It'll be Bulldog basketball. Going the other way. It's going to be Lish bringing things up for the Dogs. Makes her way across the timeline. Looking for some help. Finds it in Babb. Babb to Schultz. Gets the screen from Babb. Kick to the corner. Here's Ix. She'll drive in. Not a lot of space down there. She'll kick it out to Lish. Take the pull-up midi. It'll be airballed. So heading the other way, the Scots will go. Sterlo giving way for Ebel. Ebel working Babb down low. Here's Starkey. Swings it over to Werner. Werner is doubled, looking for some help. Cutting down low, won't go. Rebound by Ix. Another solid defensive possession by the Dogs.
As they've been doing it all night with having Babb and Ix just shut down the baseline, making sure that nobody gets any easy buckets coming through.
So here's Lish driving Babb down low. Another bucket for who else but Morgan Babb. So Starkey swinging things around. Pass is deflected, but quickly ends up with Werner. Werner still looking for someone to get it to. She'll find Starkey behind her. About 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Stotts haven't done much here on offense. as Evil will give way to Starkey. Starkey drives in, shot clock winding down, and it's blocked, but the foul comes in. It's going to go against Anna Ignatowski.
As we see the replay here, sending the play up, Starkey driving in, and hands up defense, did the best she could, but call goes in favor of Alma.
Hey, when all else fails, just send Kate Starkey sprinting towards the basket. It's going to work in their favor here. Starkey, 19 points in the game, looking for number 20. She won't find it there as it goes in and out on her.
Student section coming live with the Bulldog barks as Starkey's on the line here.
Some of the things you'll love to hear as the clock continues to dwindle down. Bulldogs looking for their first win in 25 days in their first time beating Alma since 2023. So Lish bringing it up, working against Starkey. Makes her way across the timeline, gives way to Bab. Bab to Ignatowski up top, guarded by Wisniewski. Ignatowski looking for space. She'll put on the brakes, give it up for Lish. Now to Bab, back to Ignatowski. Schultz from the wing. She'll drive in, defense collapses. Now Ix's turn to drive in. She'll go in with the right hand and bury it.
Speeding through, bulldozing her way, did not be stopped.
Now quickly inside, it's Wisniewski who gets the right-handed layup to go. So the lead for Adrian remains at 8. 4:20 left in this game. So here's Lish. Has it up top, and I believe they're going to call an illegal against someone. We're going the other way, and Sam Miller is furious.
As Moorhead subs in here, it looked to be, shoot.
I think they're calling an illegal against Ix. There was a pair of Bulldogs making screens over near the left elbow. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here. So while they take a break, we're going to take one with them. Things are heating up here inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. 4:16 left. You're watching women's basketball here on Adrian College TV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student ran. To list off who we have on the team, excuse me. Parker Bayer on cam, Remington Gilniak on the call, Nathan Littner on the on deck as a director, me as a color, and shout out to Alex Herman, who was here earlier as our ops. Ooh, stutteritis hit me hard on that one.
Oh, we'll be all right. It's okay to be nervous. We got a good game going here. Bulldogs lead it by 8 out of the timeouts. Sam Miller was furious over that last turnover call. I believe it was an illegal against Aubrey Ix. Still haven't gotten confirmation on that. So it's gonna be Alma on the inbound from the baseline, heading the other way. So Starkey has it. Now over to Derlot, pass down low to Wisniewski, and a foul called. I believe this one's against Moorhead, just a little bit too much contact there on the baseline.
See, with how Starkey's playing, like, the only way in order to slow her down is to get physical.
So inbound pass comes into Sarah Ebel, who will take a right-handed floater. So out of bounds, going the other way. Bulldog basketball. So the full court pressure remains. Exactly 4 minutes left on the clock. Bab on the inbound, looking for someone to get it to. She'll find Ignatowski. The double comes, going for the trap, and Ignatowski threw it away. Yep, and they're going to say it's off of Ignatowski. So we're going to flip possession here. Alma basketball.
First time in this second half that we saw Adrian get a little bit too sporadic when it came to their passing. leading to that Alma turnover.
So Starkey on the inbound, and she throws it away, but fortunately for the Scots, it's going to end up with a black jersey. They're able to reset the offense with Starkey up top, works off the screen from Werner, kick outside Ebel, wide open three, but a whistle comes. And the foul is going to be going against Brecken Werner. The Bulldogs, who have had trouble with inbounds, will have to do it again. It's Babb looking for someone, gets it to Lish. Now immediately back to Babb, and across the timeline to Schultz we go. Schultz wide open, opts not to take the three. Ends up back with Lish. Bulldogs trying to protect an 8-point lead here in crunch time. Ends up with Leinert, uses Babb's screen, drives down low. The pass down low to Babb is deflected around, gonna end up with the Scots. That's Molly Durlow. He's gonna try to push the tempo once again. Werner has it down low, pass outside to Ebel from the corner, airballed the three, rebounded by Lish, but quickly stolen by Wisniewski. Another chance here for the Scots. Bulldogs just can't capitalize on their stops right now. So here's Starkey, almost traveled. Bulldogs couldn't get the call. Driving in as Wisniewski won't go. Rebounded by Schultz. Schultz looking for some help as he tries to get it across. She'll find it in Babb. Babb to the corner, that's Ix. A lot of contact call on the baseline. Foul on the floor against the Scots.
One thing that I'm seeing that Adrian has been doing the last two possessions when they did have the ball on offense is that they're trying to force feed Babb. And Alma is recognizing it. So chill out with the force feeding. Just find the open player that you've been doing all night.
So Moorhead checks in favor of Leinert. Ball finds her immediately. She works against Wisniewski. A lot of physical defense here. Moorhead goes in, count it, and the foul.
Moorhead driving the lane, earning three the hard way, making sure this lead stays where it's at.
Now
and
Moorhead,
hopefully extends.
Moorhead, not one that takes a ton of shots every game. That was just her third attempt today. Free throw conversion is no good, but a fight for the rebound down low. It's Babb and Wisniewski, still a fight for it. Jump ball is called and some physicality at the end of it. Bulldog student section not thrilled about the extracurricular activity down low, and we're going to take another look at it.
Yeah, just coming off the free throw for Moorhead, just hustle at all it is, battling for it. Now, we did see Babb come out with the ball, but they did give it to Alma.
So 2:30 left in the game here. It's Starkey bringing things up, dishes it to Werner from the top. It's the set they've been running all game, and they go to it in crunch time. Here's Kaminsky, swings it over. Three-point shot attempt goes in and out, rebounded by Ix. Ix has some space. She'll actually use it in front of her. Gives way to Lish, going the other way. Over to Moorhead now. Moorhead pass, finds Ix wide open down low, and she puts it in for two. So the Bulldog lead up to 12, under 2 minutes to play. It's going to take a lot for the Scots to come back here. So wide open, Kaminsky from the corner, off the back iron, deflected around. Lish comes up with the rebound. Whistle called. It's going to go against the Scots, I believe. Yes, it's going to go up against Cadence Kaminsky. That puts the Bulldogs in the bonus. So I believe it went against Lish, which would work in favor of the Bulldogs. No, Lish on the season, 52% from the line. She needs them here. First one rattles in and stays in. Up to 13 points. The Bulldog lead grows. Second shot from Lish, also good. So Bulldogs have built up the lead in the last few minutes, up to 14. Have a pretty good chance of snapping the losing streak here on their own home turf. So from the corner, that's Durlow. won't go. Rebounded under the basket by Wisniewski. Quickly puts it in with the right hand. So Moorhead has it. She'll get it up the court. 3-on-1 here for the Bulldogs. Ix wide open. Opts not to take the shot. Just need to kill time here. She'll take a shot immediately, and why not put it in? Scott's going to try to answer, but as the seconds continue to dwindle away, their chances get lower and lower, and we are nearing impossible territory. So down low, Werner takes the shot and is fouled by Babb at the end of it.
And as we see Ix getting subbed out here off that foul call, and she's getting an ovation.
And it's a well-deserved ovation at that for Aubrey Ix, who's going hot and cold in this one on the offensive end, but overall has been an absolute rock, especially on the defensive end. And when they need the offense, she's been there. 8 for 13 from the field, 3 for 7 from the charity stripe, 10 rebounds in this game, 19 points, couple of steals for her, couple of assists. She's just doing everything today.
A big part, as you say, for this team, as Ix and Babb have been a 1A, 1B, 1-2 punch for this Adrian team.
So the second shot from Werner is good. Looks like teams are going to be huddling up here. 57.5 seconds. Bulldogs have a 13-point lead. We're going to step outside for just a second, but don't go anywhere. You're watching women's basketball here on Adrian College TV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome back inside the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center. 57.5 seconds left. Bulldogs lead by 13. Just trying to kill some time here. Moorhead has it. Schultz down low. Kick to Babb on the wing. Moorhead has a good look, but an even better one here for Liner from the corner. Won't go. Rebounded by Starkey. We'll probably see her drive in and take a layup here. No, she'll dish it to Kaminsky and try to drive baseline against Moorhead. Nothing doing. Pass to Durlow. Spins around a little bit, goes in, walk through, nothing doing. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by a Bulldog. Will stay on this end of the floor. But with 25.8 seconds left, the Bulldogs looks like they are going to get their first win in 25 days, only their second win of the calendar year. As Starkey steps out of bounds to put the exclamation point on it. Student section loves it. And the celebration is starting over on the Bulldog bench. They are feeling themselves now. And when you've been on such a hard road, these last 5 games especially, a win like today just has to feel great.
Definitely a monkey off your back feeling, making sure that it's a relief. It's a good, finally, relief. And hopefully this could be the start of something great to end off the year.
Now again, your postseason chances, they aren't great. You know, they are what they are. You're only 3-6 in the conference. With a win here, you're 4-6, 8-10 overall. But there's a lot of games early on in the season that they felt they should have won, they didn't. And as a result, we're sitting here on January 28th from the outside looking in. And really, the odds aren't good. Their next matchup comes this Saturday at Hope. So definitely a tough matchup there. As the Bulldogs inbound, his shot clock is turned off. And the Scots are surrendering, and they get a standing ovation here from the crowd at the Maryland Sport and Fitness Center for the first time in 25 days. Your Adrian College women's basketball team has gotten a win, and they do it here on their home court.
Yes.
What an effort from these ladies today. From start to finish, they played the full 40 minutes, never took the foot off the gas, and did what needed to be done.
Yeah, just you said it. Like earlier, like at the top of the show, we were talking about are they going to be able to play 40 minutes, and they have, like you just said. And with that, we see what they can do, right? We see how they are when they click together, when they work together, when they play that complete game, right? There was a little iffy spots of playing Alma's game, turning into Alma's game. But in the end there, they stuck to what Adrian basketball is, and boom, we saw how it worked out.
I mean, just going over a quick little recap here. Where else can you look but Morgan Babb? 9 for 20 from the field, 2 for 5 from behind the line, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, 7 rebounds, couple of offensive rebounds, 2 turnovers to 3 assists, and 24 points in the game. And her partner in crime, Aubrey Ix. They've been together for a few years now, and she had herself a game. 8 for 13 from the field, 3 for 7 from the line, 10 rebounds, 19 points in this game. But I think one player that's going to go under the radar today was Ava Schultz.
Oh, yes.
Schultz, 6 for 10 from the field, 3 for 4 from behind the line, 4 rebounds, all defensive, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Definitely a major difference maker today.
Now, earlier you talked about how Starkey was a spark plug for Alma. I'd say, like, even though Adrian was hot all game, if you were looking for a spark plug in those moments of lull, Schultz was your person right there.
Yeah, switching gears to the other side of things, we said coming in the Bulldogs had to slow down Cadence Kaminsky, and they did more than that today. They neutralized Cadence Kaminsky in 29 minutes of play, 2 for 10 from the field, 1 for 6 from behind the line, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, only 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 fouls against her. So the Bulldogs certainly shut her down today.
Yeah, they did. They did their homework. They saw the scouting report. They saw how Kaminsky is a leader for the Alma Scots, and to their credit, they did a really great job of shutting her down and closing out the gap, closing out the lanes.
So that is going to just about do it from us here on ACTV. Adrian takes it 80-67 for Remington, Gilniak, Alexander Grove, and everyone else here at ACTV. Good night, everyone.